Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Spiritism talk. My name is Publio. I'm gonna play and sing a couple of songs to prepare our environment, to prepare our hearts. And I'm going starting singing the song called "Good Old Man." It goes like this. Blue crystal eyes, color of the sky, gray bushy beard, Santa's look alike. Is on earth, suffering, living joy, or in pain. Blue crystal eyes, the color of the sky. Gray bushy beard, Santa's look alike. Shine on your brothers on earth, suffering, living joy, or in pain. Blessed Apostle of the good, receive our prayers and also our heart. Blessed Apostle of the light, place our pain at the feet of Jesus Christ. Blessed Apostle of the good, receive our prayers and also our heart. Blessed Apostle of the light, place our pain at the feet of Jesus Christ. I'm gonna play another song called Song to Mother Zephyrina. Soft of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades flowing down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian, make your small son a good Christian. Source of love that radiates, warming up our cold nights, support and comfort, support and comfort, cascades flowing down the mountain, calling the children of earth with love in their hearts, with love in their hearts. My soul never loses hope, because your love always teaches me the solution lies in hard work. The solution lies in hard work. Oh, my mother Zephyrina, harvest of wonderful blessings, make your small son a good Christian. Make your small son a good Christian.
Wherever you are, glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. You will see that behind every sight there's a flame shining bright, tiny spark created by God. I will follow your path, Father, 'cause nobody's alone in life, and the scars of my destiny will be healed by your love. Disseminate wherever you are, glowing seeds of love, as our Master Jesus taught. As our Master Jesus taught.
Another day, another flower, another minute past the hour. Someday the sky is blue, and suddenly we can't see through. And every day is a fresh new start, when the sun turns off the moonlight. We get another chance to choose the road we want to cruise, and on the other side of the mountain there's always a whole new road. there are a million reasons to pick you up after every fall. It's always a win in the new round. On the other side of the mountain, there's always a whole new road, and a new beginning calling after every end. And there are a million reasons to pick you up after every fall. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round. It's always a win in the new round.
When I go in to pray, I look for my good Jesus. And when I close my eyes, I can feel all His light. I open my heart for all He has to say. He shows me the best way I can enjoy my life. Jesus, Jesus, they never we apart. Please bring all your light to shine inside my heart. Jesus, Jesus, I can be content. I have your endless love and your protecting hand.
A world where we will be as free as any bird flying in the sky, where peace prevails. That's what I dream for you and me. Moved by the light of love, no longer dimmed by who we were. We'll rise into what we are meant to be, among flowers shining with the glow of supernovas, tokens of that endless love God feels for us. That's what I dream. I dream a new day is going to dawn, the rising of a different world, where eyes will seek out chances to do good. A world of peace and brotherhood awaits the change that we can make. And changing our hearts is the first step we must take.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our public meeting. We thank everyone for joining us tonight. Before we start, we would like to share a couple of announcements. We ask you to turn off your phone notifications and find a quiet place during this time if possible. Our meeting will have a 30 minutes presentation followed by Q&A. Then, after the presentation, we will have a spiritual treatment with passes and magnetized water. So we invite you to set aside a container with water to be magnetized. Our meeting is being retransmitted today by Continental Conference Americas through their Facebook and also every Saturday at 8 p.m. by Kardec Radio through their Facebook and YouTube. For those who want to learn more about Spiritism, Get to Know to Spiritism is a free and online course that happens every Saturday at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time. A new class is started on February 7th, but there is still time to join. Everyone is welcome to come together with us to learn more about Spiritism. Find the registration link in our chat. And we offer virtual live gospel at home. Did you know that? The gospel at home is an effective support for you and your family's spiritual harmony. We will motivate and guide you in establishing and maintaining the gospel at home study meetings. By posting in the chat, you can request it. So please let us know. And you are invited, you are welcome to include your or someone else's names on the list of positive vibration for incarnate or discarnate. The person you indicate will be assisted by good spirits and provide healing energy and strengthen goodwill. Please find the link in our chat. And the topic of today's meeting will be who is my mother and who is my brothers. Item 5 to 7 from chapter 14, honor your father and your mother, of the Gospel according to Spiritism, and will be facilitated by our brother Publio from Toronto. Everyone is welcome to write comments and questions in the chat, and they will be addressed at the end of the talk. Now, we would like to invite our tonight's speaker, who will also do our opening prayer. Welcome, Publio.
Hello, Marcel. How are you today?
I'm doing good, my friend. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Getting better. The
That's
weather
nice.
changing and
Yeah,
look like a springtime. And today was a very nice day.
that's great. And today we are swapping, right? Like because last week was my talk and you were like with me, and now I'm hosting you.
Exactly. There's work for everybody here.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marcel, to help
Okay, I'll see you
having me
later.
here.
Okay.
Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you very much. Bye bye. So, as you know, every meeting, every time that we get together, we do an initial prayer. So, for this, I'd like to invite you. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes and bring in your mental screen the figure of Jesus Christ, our Master, our brother. And this moment, say, thank you, Lord, for this beautiful opportunity that we have tonight. Thank you for being here, sharing those moments with brothers and sisters from around the world. And I'd like to ask, allow the good spirits to be with us, inspiring us, visiting each home, each people in the world that is listening tonight. Stay with us today and forever. So be it. My friends, what a beautiful day. I'm very happy to be here and very happy to share some moments of studying because it's very interesting. I to you guys last week is a continuation of our sister Marcelo was talking about the chapter 14. So today we have a special theme, and is very controversial because who is my mother and who are my brothers? So I'd like to ask your permission to share those slides with you. So who is my mother and who are my brothers? Is in the chapter 14. Honor your father and mother. Items 5 to 7. So it's very interesting, but it's gonna take us like a very important minutes to observe, to meditate, and to understand this passage because, like I said, a lot of people don't understand very well. Or wait, I'm not gonna spoil. So everything in this part is start. If you want to follow this part after is in the gospel, you can check there. Is there two passage of the gospel, the Bible, and from Mark and from Matthew, and there's a passage saying, in arriving at the house, they found such a large crowd of people gathering there that they could not even eat their meal. When his family learned this, they came to take charge of him because they said that he had lost his mind. So this is the comment around a lot of people in the house, and they barely couldn't eat. So that is the comments. So we know the situation where it's happening and why. There's another one passage that is more intriguing because look at that. Therefore, when his mother and brothers arrived, they remained outside and asked for him to be called. Now the people were seated around him, and someone said to him, your mother and brothers are outside calling for you. So it's very, till now, it's very easy to understand. They were inside the house, a lot of people around them. The mom and brothers came and said, oh, we need to talk to Jesus, but they couldn't go inside because it's a crowded place. So they asked, oh, ask him we need to talk to Jesus. So look the reaction. But he answered them, who is my mother and who are my brothers? And looking at those who were seated around him, he said, these are my mother and my brothers. For whoever does God's will is my brother, my sister, and my mother. So things now starting getting kind of confused because Jesus was a very sweet person in what he say, the way he say things with his mom, with the humankind in general. So tonight we're gonna study this. We're gonna explain this passage, how it is, and what is missing here for us to understand. So some of the words used by Jesus seem strange and appear to belie his goodness and inalterable benevolence toward everyone. Because, like I said, Jesus Christ was very sweet in the way he talks. In one moment, he said, "Well, who is my mom? Who is my brothers?" And everybody get like, "Who is my mom? Who is my brother?" But he complete everybody that do the will to God is my brother, is my sister, is my mom. So let's understand a little bit more about this. Because these believers never is to use this as a weapon, stating that he contradicted himself. Remember, Jesus Christ is our model. Jesus Christ is the most let's say the highest spirit that came to earth. He couldn't be compared to a contradict person. One time he said that we need to love one another, we need to love our family, we need to honor our father and our mother. And now, how is that? So people that are against the words, the teaching of Jesus Christ, pick up on this passage, for instance, to say, oh, something is wrong. He wasn't very good at all. But let's see some details. What is the meaning of this passage? So now we're gonna try to understand, try to explain what's the real meaning of this passage. Because remember, Jesus Christ was a sweet, is a model. He keep on saying to love one another. And he mentioned love your God above everything and your neighbor as yourself. There is the commandment. That is what we need to do. And now he said, oh, anybody is my brother, anybody is my mother. And the mom was outside, and we know that the feeling of the son toward the mom, and he had for his mom. So the undeniable fact, however, is that his teachings has its essential foundation and cornerstone, the law of love and charity. So true family is formed by love, charity, and spiritual unity. So again, all those three foundations of his teaching, all his teaching is based on this. Love, we know charity is the love in action, because love is not only a word or a feeling that you say, oh, I love. And no, love is a action thing. We need to put the love in action. And when we put this, it becomes a charity. In spiritual unity, we're going to understand this point, because now start making sense what Jesus Christ was trying to tell us. Because thus, he could not destroy on one hand what he established in the other. And we must therefore draw the unbending conclusion that if some of his maxims are the contradiction with the basic principle, it's because the words attributed to him has been either wrongly conveyed, wrongly understood, or are not his at all. So now we start making sense. Or we didn't understand very well his words, or maybe he didn't do the way, or because we know that those words was passing through many different translations and came to us, and maybe is this what the real meaning of this passage. So it is understandably a cause for wonders that if this circumstance Jesus displays some indifference toward his family and in a certain way denying his own mother, it's kind of very hard to believe that Jesus Christ went through this situation, because again, love, charity, and spirit unite. So in one hand, he always talking about the importance of the family, the importance of love, and why he would be indifferent to his family, toward his family or his mother. This is in the chapter, you can read there. This is a remarks from Kardec. So, continuing, as far as Jesus is concerned, to believe that he denied his mother would be to show ignorance of his character. Okay, understandable. Such an idea could not have animated the one who said, "Honor your father and your mother." Hence, it is necessary to look for another meaning to these words, which were nearly always shrouded in the veil of allegory. Oh, now I understand. Because always Jesus Christ used some allegories to transmit his teaching. But remember, and we studied this before, people wouldn't be able to understand a lot of things in that time, 2000 years ago. So he used those parables, allegory, to teach, to give the teaching that they could appreciate and understand. So, based on that, Jesus never wasted an opportunity to give a lesson. Therefore, he took advantage of his family's arrival to establish a difference between corporeal kindship and spirit kindship. Oh, now makes sense. Because in another passage, he mentioned that the blood ties is one thing, the spiritual ties is another thing. And he mentioned, and we already studied, Marcel mentioned this part in the last week too. So how important, because remember, we are spirits that incarnate, and now we are here in this family. But in the spiritual world, we can't belong to a different family. We can't be part of the big family. That's what Jesus Christ is trying to say. Because the next slide, he's gonna say, and spiritism came to console us, to help us to understand. So remember, just coming back here, the difference between corporeal kindship and spirit kindship. So Spiritism came to bring the Spiritism is the promised consoler, and they came to help us to understand. And all those explanations we can see in the Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 4. You can read their textly. And now I ask you, who is your brother, or who is our mother, and who are our brothers and sisters? Based on that, Spiritism came and showed that we are part of a big family. That's the reason Jesus Christ mentioned before. Love your God above everything, with all your heart, all your soul, and love your neighbor as yourself. And he gave many different passages, many different parables to teach this. Remember, let's remember one. Remember the Good Samaritan? Good Samaritan, that story that we already heard here, but you can also search. It's the man that got robbed and he lost everything. And a person that should be a good person passed by him, didn't pay attention. Another one passed, didn't give him attention. But one that is called Samaritan, at that time Samaritan wasn't people. That man took care of that man, put him in a hotel, paid for this, for the stay there, the rate to stay there, and said, "Look, take care of this man. When I come back, I'm gonna pay the rest. Don't leave him alone." So, only in this one, for instance, he already showed us that We are brothers and sisters, independent of religion, independent of the country we born. Everybody's this. Everybody belongs. Everybody was created by God, our Father. So that's the reason he mentioned our brothers and sisters and my mom. When he mentioned who the ones that do the good will to God is my mom, is my brother, and is my sister. So again, Spiritism came to clarify this message that was like hiding through those words that look like doesn't belong to Jesus Christ. But he came to bring those teachings and help us to understand that the most important thing, we are brothers independent of everything. And you can mention, but Publio, I'm a brother of those people that is still in with a bad heart. Yes, we are. And in the end, we're gonna get together and we're gonna be a big family again. We most of us still doesn't understand. But imagine 2000 years ago, Jesus Christ came to talk about love. It's the first time in the humankind history that someone came and said, look, we are family no matter what. We have to love one another no matter what. So Spiritism came to bring this concept and helping us to understand those teachings. So this passage that in the beginning could be very strange, those words strange coming from Jesus Christ, he was saying exactly like that, but there was a real meaning behind those words, the meaning of love. Remember, all the teachings of Jesus Christ is based on love, charity, and spiritual ties. So, other than that, it's not Jesus Christ's teachings. So, that's the message that I brought for you guys tonight. To ourselves, sometimes it's hard to understand because what I'm gonna think when Jesus used those words to explain, oh, who is my mom, who is my brothers, independent of the way the brother was treating him, and you're gonna see this in the gospel and the passage of the gospel, that the brothers look like they didn't accept very well because they didn't have the same uh, spiritual position of Jesus Christ. But he wants to show, he wants to give another teaching to us, saying, everybody, everybody is my brother, is my sister, independent where are they. So Jesus Christ never wastes the opportunity to bring us a lesson, to bring us a teaching, to helping us to prepare for the future. Again, if you are still having any doubt, remember that those words were saying 2,000 years ago. And now 163 years came the Spiritism and brought those elucidation, brought those words to clarify the thoughts, the teachings of Jesus Christ. So this is the simple message that I brought tonight to share with you and help. I think that I'm trying to help all of us to understand. I know it's a simple message, it's a very, now it's easy to understand because with those clarifications brought by the spirits, brought by the spirits, make it easier to understand. Okay? I'd like to say, I know it's very, very short today, but I'd like to say thank you for this opportunity. It's a small part of this chapter because if I say too much, it's gonna be spoiled for the next person. Okay, I like say thank you. I'm gonna ask Marcel to come back and let's talk a little bit, Marcel.
Oh, hi, my friend. Thank you so much for your presentation, your reflection. It is not an easy topic to talk about, right? It's a little controversial, right?
Yeah, actually was like for me. I said, okay, how to prepare, how to understand, but reading. That's the reason I said the Spiritism is the promise consoler, because as I start reading that passage, I said, wow, it makes sense. Kardec was very smart to bring those messages behind those words, because
Mm-hmm.
other than that, you say, oh, Jesus Christ was crazy saying those things. But the Spiritism brought us the facility to understand. So, but it's not very easy to talking about, because sometimes we get confused too, because right. And
Yeah,
it's like again, it's 2000 years ago he said that. Until
yeah.
today, we still have problems, hard time to understand.
Understand
So
words, right?
yeah, to
Understand
understand
words. Yeah, because like Jesus, he always like showed everything through his actions, right? So
is
his actions, I believe they spoke louder than his words.
exactly. So it's very good you mentioned that. It's very good, because sometimes we think speaking is the most important thing, right? And Spiritism bring those ideas to understanding, to studying. It's a good opportunity to talk about the student that we have here, free online course, because we
Yeah,
study those things, trying to understand. And Jesus Christ is not only talk about, he lived a whole life doing what he's taught, right?
yeah,
So he used those opportunities to bring another instruction. He could say, oh, ask my mom and my brothers to come in, that's it.
yeah.
But instead he used the opportunity to say, look, in fact, everybody is my brother.
Everyone.
Ev-
Yeah.
right. So
Mm.
it's now look like easy to understand, because other than that, if you read only the passage by itself, you're gonna get confused too. And this, like the Kardec mentioned in the remarks, that
Mhm.
before was used against Jesus. Oh, see, he was a kind of crazy saying those things, because one time he said that we have to love the family, we have to love one another. Another time he doesn't recognize the brother and mom.
Yeah.
But that's the reason he had another opportunity to bring instruction for us to clarify how important is the humankind. So
Yeah.
it's interesting, because in the beginning I post in the chat, brothers and sisters, and we use this a lot. Oh, this is my brothers and sisters. In
Mhm.
humankind, everybody is brother and sisters.
Yeah,
That's it.
because we are sons of the same God, right?
We are created by God, and we are sons and sisters. So we are a big family.
Kids,
That's
yeah, kids, children of the
undeniable.
same God.
Yeah, undeniable. We are a big family. And of course, there's people many different ways, but we still a family, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much once again. Okay.
Thank you, Marcel. I know it's a very short thing, but I hope that we can see things now differently. And when we see a passage, like when I say the Spiritism is a promised consoler,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a passage you don't understand very well, independent of your religion, independent,
Yes.
go
Yeah.
there and check what the Spiritists bring teaching us to understand. Because remember, Spiritism is not my opinion. Is the
Mhm.
opinion, is the instruction brought by the spirits that already came here, went back to the spiritual world, and brought those answers, all those inspirations. So it's not my opinion, it's the
Yeah,
opinion of the spirits.
yeah, it's true.
Thank you
Okay,
very, very much,
thank
Marcel,
you. Have a
for
good
having
night.
me. Have a good night.
Thank you. Okay, so now we will move to the preparation for our tonight um, spiritual care. Okay, so the pass is the transfusion of assisting. Just one second. Yeah, okay. Pass is the transfusion of spiritual energy with the goal of assisting you, your our physical, emotional, and mental balance. Pass help us to restore a state of harmony and peace by replacing negative energy with health and positive energy. So, in order to receive the best benefits from passes, please follow the audio instructions or remain in prayer. You may close your eyes to help with mentalization. And during the pass, the water you set aside will also absorb the healing energy that you and your family can benefit from. So we will now make a prayer in preparation for the fast, which will be our closing prayer as well. So I invite everyone to close your eyes if you wish and feel comfortable. Let's celebrate our thoughts and let's thank God for the opportunity to be here one more Tuesday, for the opportunity to learn a little bit more about Jesus' teachings, about what Jesus brought to us. May we can understand and open our mind to understand His wisdom, His teachings. Dear God, thank you for everything you have done for us. We thank you for our lives, our health, for the sun that we have, for the food that you put in our table, for the peace and love in our homes, for everything, God. We ask you to, and the good spirits, for the peace in this planet, that your love can reach each one of the hearts in this planet, each creatures made by you, God. May everyone can receive your light and your love and your mercy. May you bless our week, our lives, our plans. May our plans and goals are aligned to God's will. And once again, we thank you. We ask you to protect the names who the people whose names are on the vibration list. May they can benefit from this spiritual care, and may you stay with us today and always. So be it.
Let's get ready for the pass and water fluidification. Please get a container with clean water to be fluidified. Let's get ready for the pass and water fluidification. Please get a container with clean water to be fluidified. Brothers and sisters, it does not matter where you are, what type of hardships you are going through. Jesus is always ready to come and help us. Place yourself in a comfortable position which can make it easy for you to reach concentration and receptiveness. Breathe slowly and easily. Breathe in Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up your lungs with air and let it out very slowly. Let tranquility and peace energies penetrate your lungs and move throughout your body. Your soul in harmony with your body feels easy and in peace. Let's imagine Jesus' passage. A clear day, the sun's golden rays illuminate the happy passage in Capernaum. A lot of white houses, multicolored vines, and hopping birds fill the landscape with optimism. The news about cures attracted the crowd in need. Suddenly, Jesus appears slim and handsome. His tunic was hanging down to his feet. At sunset, all those with sick people hit by several illnesses would bring them, and as he placed his hands over each one, he would heal them. This is what Luke the evangelist says. Let's imagine Jesus approaching you. He holds his friendly hands over our head. Notice that from his generous hands, a waterfall with clear and pure water originated from his love come to bathe you. It flows on your head, goes down your shoulders, bathe all your being, and brings you peace, serenity, and balance. They remove all impurities and pacify you. Feel the water bathing you, cleaning. Breathe. Now, imagine Jesus as a sun before you. His light, his warmth surrounds you. Feel the healing energy that comes from Jesus towards you. He hears your prayers. Trust him. His love is endless and it follows you and protects you. It provides you with everything you need. Have faith. Absorb the healing energy from Jesus. His light surrounds you. Feel the energy going through all your body. Feel stronger and in peace. Lord Jesus, our divine friend, reach out your generous hands, Lord, and change this water into medicine for our physical and spiritual illnesses. Protect us, Jesus, with your peace. Spread those vibrations of love throughout my home, Lord. May peace, health, and tranquility reign here. We are very grateful to you, Jesus. Stay with us today and forever. Thank God. Please remember to use the fluidified water.
Thank you for joining us tonight. We will be back next Tuesday here on Spiritual Canada and Continental Concafres Americas at 8:30 p.m. and next Saturday on Kardec Radio at 8 p.m. And please don't forget to follow Spiritism Canada on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and the Spiritist group Path of Light on Facebook as well. Have a great night. See you next week. Bye.
Come on, my friend, come to the
take peace and love and spread it to the world.